Hello and welcome to my second YouTube video of January, which I can say now. I hope you're having a good month and I hope it isn't wearing too thin on you. You know, January, always the joke about it being a long month and all that kind of stuff. And I hope you're keeping up with your resolutions or goals. I tend to try not to put too much pressure on myself at this time of year, although I like to make goals. I know that January is really, my eyes, sorry. January is really sort of just what I'd call a sleep-in month. You know, it's winter, it's time to sort of snuggle down under your blankets and just go with the flow. Making the changes, but making preparation for those changes that are going to possibly last for a lifetime or that are going to come to fruition later in the month. So a lot more planning, I think, myself personally, because today out there it's foggy, it's damp, it's cold, it's not the kind of day you want to go out and grab life by the, is it? I'm going to just quickly tell you what my goals are. I wrote a list at the beginning of the month. So far for me this month it has been quite full on, to be fair, with a trip to A&E with my partner and other stuff going on. Work like suddenly hits you after you've had a couple of weeks off in December or over Christmas and New Year, and work suddenly hits you and you've got to like run with it and get it all sorted. Those things that you put off at the end of December, you've got to get it all sorted at the beginning of January. So yeah, my couple of weeks has been quite full on. Right, let me just tell you what my goals are. My number one goal is often my goal, but I don't really write it down, so therefore I don't think I achieve it because I don't put plans in place. It is to work on my health and fitness, increasing my strength, losing weight and gaining energy. And really, I think it's a lot, for me, it's a lot to do with nourishing myself and making sure that I am moving my body very regularly. I sit a lot because I work a lot on a computer. That gets your shoulders and your neck aching, and without regular movement, it doesn't get better. And then at some points during the year, during the month, I can feel quite low and tired, which definitely improving nutrition is going to help that. So, and losing weight, obviously. I would say that I'm classed as obese via the BMI. I certainly am quite a lot heavier than I used to be because I've got a thyroid problem, and at the beginning I put on weight and then never lost it. I know that my weight affects my health. The amount of weight just on your feet when you're walking can cause things like, I think it said plantar fasciitis, things like that. And that's definitely caused and made worse. Things like that get those niggles, those aches, those pains, definitely are worse by being overweight. So losing weight would be amazing. Adding to my strength, I'm in my late 40s now, so building strength is quite important to me. I definitely noticed where I haven't been keeping up strength training and stuff like that for the last few years, that my muscles are, let's say that they're like depleting faster than they would have done in my 30s. So I definitely noticed that. So adding in weights, body weight, yoga, that kind of thing, a bit more, so that I can keep my muscle, because it's really important as you age. I don't want to be immobile. I wouldn't want to sit there thinking all the things I could do as I age, but not being able to do them. I don't want to be immobile. I don't want to be ill. I want to be a fit and healthy older person. So that is why that is my top goal. of the month. And I'll be working on a plan for that. I was hoping to get one done for this video a bit more, but like I said, trips to A&E, extra work, it's not really gone to plan, but I'm forgiving myself and going with the flow. It's early January. Spring tends to be the best time to do all those things. So like I said, this is preparation time. My next goal is to love my teeth and gums. Dentists, they're a hard one to get a place at. So I haven't had a dentist for quite some time because I was closed. I wasn't fast enough off the block to go and get another dentist, so all the dentists locally got filled up. So I really need to find myself a decent dentist to get my teeth back into shape, and you know, like any fillings that need doing and that kind of thing. And then I'd really like to start the process of where I've got some gaps from. I had a brace when I was younger, and then I didn't. As an adult, I didn't keep the retainer, and there's a few gaps. So, however that happens, I'd like them to be closed in a bit. And yeah, that's another thing. So I've really got to find a good dentist locally, not too far, because I don't really want to be driving for hours. And that's it really. So start that process to try and get my teeth sorted so that they are cosmetically and medically how I would like them. If that makes sense. Medically, like fillings, I mean. And then after that, I say it's a small one. It's to earn over £2,000 per month. My goal actually is like £5,000 a month, but I think that is a bit far off of what I earn now. So I thought I'd be kind to myself and earn over £2,000 a month. Saying that, I mean, a lot of you probably work full-time and in full-time normal jobs and do earn over that. However, I work part-time in one job where I get regular payment and probably more than part-time, you know, quite a few hours in my social enterprise job. And I don't really get paid for that. I do, but in dribs and drabs rather than regular payments. So it tops my money up, but it's not I don't always know when I might get paid for something that I do. So although probably for a lot of people who work full-time, £2,000 a month sounds like a normal amount. For me, it's not, because I would like, that leads on to another goal where I'd like to develop the social enterprise that I'm a director of and be more able to pay staff, possibly myself and other members, to do the work that we do. So that's just touching on that one there. I said about this in my last video. My goal is for YouTube is to post at least 52 videos this year. And I've nearly made it within a week of the other video that I posted, so that's good for me, for my second video of the year. And yeah, I want to make 52 videos this year, so one a week at least. I would like to build subscribers. Being monetized would be amazing, but I'm not necessarily thinking that's going to happen anytime soon, or indeed within the first year, really, of me regular vlogging. I do hope people like my videos. I enjoy making them, so I do hope that you all like the videos and want to watch them, and that my channel just grows and I can create some kind of community on here. That would be really, really nice. But basically, physical actions is make and post 52 videos over the year 2025. My next one's a bit wishy-washy, but also it really sort of encompasses all of the other goals that I have. So it's have a physical, mental and financial glow up. I think that's quite self-explanatory. I've already said about the health and fitness, physical, the teeth, physical, The financial stuff, I'd like to earn that money, if not more. I would like to I do save money, but not in a very structured way. So I'd like to start doing that. And mentally, I'd like to spend a bit more time. No, I do spend a bit of time on it, but I'd like to not have those times where everything suddenly feels like, woo, it's full on, I can't deal with it, and I can't do more than just this thing that I'm doing right now. I'd like my days to be easier and more flowy and less in, you have to do this now, because I'm a bit of a last minute person, and I'd like to not be so much of that. And then, so that's my glow up phase. And then I touched on this in my last video as well, is move forward with home improvements, working towards the home I want. This house will never be the home I want because it doesn't have the rooms in it. What I'd really love is a chateau in France. But I'd love to be able to have rooms for all my children to sleep in. That sounds weird, but so all my children are adults, and I would like to have for them to all be able to come home if they're not living with me, or if they are living with me, have a room each, rather than having to share and having to squash in a bit. I would love to have a dressing room of my own. At the moment I have two shelves for my clothes, which is why you will see me wear exactly the same clothing over and over again, because I don't actually own much clothing, because I can't, there's just not the space in our bedroom. So I'd like some kind of dressing room. I'd love an ensuite, I'd love an office. Who wouldn't love those things? So this house doesn't have the rooms for it ever to be my dream house or my dream home, but I can make the improvements to this house that I want to make. Last time I spoke about doors, and I spoke about improvements in this room that I really would like to make this year. I've got lots of bitty bits that I want to do because my foot's going dead. Sorry. Because, I never quite finish anything that I'm doing. So there's lots of bitty bits to do all around the house. And I will take you on a sort of tour, because I'm pretty sure you don't want to go into my daughter's bedroom, which is quite scary. So I'll take you on a tour at some point of this house and show you all the bits that I want to do, and I will show you as and when I do them. And lastly, and this I think goes with my mental glow up and my mental and possibly my physical glow up as well, I really want to increase the amount of adventures, explores and fun things I do. I tend to be a lot about responsibility in my life. So, I've got to do this, I've got to clean this, I've got to work here, I've got to do this for somebody, I've got to do this for someone else, I've got all of these things, and not so much about the fun things I can do. Yeah, most things is about sort of being responsible for something. Whereas I think I'm at a time in my life now where I can go out and go, hang on, I want to go, I don't know, I want to row down the River Avon or something. I don't know, whatever. Those kind of just silly things I can do with friends or family. I want to do those more often. That's it. So now I'm going to make a vision board. I'm going to show you my vision board. However, my vision board is slightly different from my 2025 goals. It does have some representation of those goals, but it also has representation of goals that are a bit bigger. So I mentioned that I'd like to have a chateau in France. I would love that. I've always had this thing about having a massive house, and I really like interiors. I have a massive house. I need a lot of money, a massive house, and then I could just design as many rooms as I want, really. And that's one of those things. But also on top of that is owning land and having land where, where me and my family can be more sustainable. We can grow our own food and create our own energy and run a business or whatever, all of those kind of things. And it has, for me, been that in my head since I was in my 20s, like early 20s, and that's always been a thing in my head. And who knows, one day, if you carry on following along with my YouTube channel, I might be in a chateau in France or a stately home in England. Who knows? Who knows? And I might achieve that goal. Yeah, let's get on with the vision board. So you can see now that I've got all my cutouts laid out on my vision board, my cork board. There's quite a lot on there. Probably should have made some of the pictures smaller, but they wouldn't have been so clear. Some of them are a bit blurry because I got them off the internet and the resolution isn't great, so, but from a distance they're not too bad. But what I've found is where I've cut them out, there's going to have to be a lot of pins in the board to stop them from bending up at corners. So what I'm going to do now is I've got some like A4 pieces of paper and I'm going to stick them on the A4 pieces of paper in the rough order that they're on the board, and then pin the A4 pieces of paper onto the board. Clever thinking, eh? Yes, I finished my vision board, and yes, I am wearing different clothes because I recorded this on the same day as creating my vision board, and then when I went to edit it, I realised I'd messed this end bit up with my recording, so yeah, I'm doing it again. So it's a couple of days later and I'm showing you around my vision board that I created a couple of days ago. So here we go. We've got, on this side, we've got the health and fitness representation, the teeth. I don't know if you can see, yep, the monkey bars up here. Monkey bars is something that when I was really fit, I could do that really well, and I was really proud of myself that I could do the monkey bars because my upper body strength isn't great. Women's tends not to be great, and for me it's a representation of being strong. If I could do that again, then I would feel like proper strong. And you can see the other pictures, the sort of bottle of water, just representing a fitness as a lifestyle really, I think. And yeah, so that's all the fitness bits and pieces. Over on this side is the fun lifestyle type stuff. So here's some sewing stuff, which I'll get to that in a minute, but we've got things like camping, sitting on rocks, sunny places, friends, hanging out with friends, just real nice, fun, explory, adventure-y things to do. The sewing, which I hadn't touched on previously at all, it's something I really want to learn how to sew my own clothes, and I'd really like to not necessarily create a clothing brand because that to me tends to be a lot about, I don't know, I just feel like some people who have clothing brands, not everyone, but some people, it just tends to be a bit of writing on a t-shirt, and that's not really me. Mine's more about possibly my, I don't know, my fashion sort of ideas are possibly more around sustainability, reusing old items, and really exploring your own style rather than the I'm always wearing someone else's brand kind of style. I'm always wearing whatever logo on my chest, that kind of thing. That's not really me. I mean, I do wear those clothes, but it's not really me. That idea of fashion is about exploring your own style and creativity. And if you were to make clothes, you would want other people to use your clothes to do that. Anyway, that's a bit long-winded. Anyway, I can't even really sew that well yet, so I really want to learn that, but it's not on my goals list for this year because this is massive. I really want to focus on that, and I really want to focus on getting a bigger income into the family as well. So that's my two, I'd say, biggest focuses. Foci? I don't know. Anyway, then we go down here to my sort of, can you see that? Hold it up. To my sort of luxury life. So that's a chateau in France. That is a house in Bath, I think. That over there is, that's Liberty in London. And I would like these sort of represent where I would like to hang out. So I'd like to spend time in London and Paris, and I'd really, you know, if I could eat at the Louis Vuitton cafe restaurant in Paris, that would be like massive financial and luxury achievement. And that's that, and there's a dressing room and an office and outside dining with my family. And that's really what all that sort of represents. So that's my luxury corner. And then I'm pushing those up at the side. And then up here I've got so online you tend to find if anything financial tends to be in dollars, and obviously I don't get paid and I don't spend in dollars, and I feel like putting dollars onto my vision board isn't realistic. So I've got here YouTube, 1,000 subscribers. Obviously I said about that I'd like to get monetized at some point, possibly not this year, but it's a thing I'd like to do. And then a lot of wording around like business, money, that kind of thing. So I've used words instead of pictures when it comes to that kind of thing, because I'm not the really not the person who wears like a business suit, carries a briefcase, all of that kind of stuff. So that wouldn't be a strong representation to me. So I find that, well, I hope that words will work better, because whenever you type business, money, that kind of thing, apart from the nice affirmations or whatever, you tend to get people that are either sitting on a beach with a laptop, which is really unrealistic because you literally cannot see into your laptop when you're sat on a beach, and that's probably the closest to what I'd like to be doing, but you can't, it's not practical. Sitting in a cafe maybe with your laptop, I do that already, but anyway, so people dressed in suits, people with graphs behind them, people with briefcases, dollars, that kind of thing, big stacks of dollars, people throwing dollars, and yeah, I searched for pounds, but you sort of get a few pound coins, and that doesn't look very abundant to me. So yeah, this is my vision board. These are my goals in sort of an imagery form, but not necessarily my shorter term yearly goals. Like I said, some luxury, some other stuff that I want to do with my life, and yeah, that's it. So maybe you would like to tell me what your goals are for 2025. Leave a comment below, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Bye.